What's up, YouTube? This is A.R.M bringing you my review slash synopsis of Arrow Season 2, Episode number 2. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I've been MIA for a while as far as video goes on my YouTube channel. Just been really reading a lot of comic books, playing some Grand Theft Auto 5, doing some artwork, working with my graphic design business, working at my full-time job. So things get caught up a bit, but I still do some collecting. I buy my figures. I want to get into Beast Hunters, possibly do some reviews of those. Definitely got into the Injustice prequel comic book, which was really well written. Thinking about doing a video on that as well. I don't watch too many TV shows, too many permanent TV shows. Besides like The Simpsons, Family Guy, older TV shows and reruns, but Arrow to me is one of the newest shows that I can actually get into. I'm not really in on The Walking Dead yet. I didn't watch Breaking Bad. I don't watch Game of Thrones, so this is a show I'm kind of passionate about. I do watch and WWE Pro Wrestling, but that doesn't really count. So I'm just going to give a rundown, a synopsis of what I thought. Just like a welcome back video too. Might be a little bit rusty, so bear with me. Alright, so in this episode, it featured Bronze Tiger, the character Bronze Tiger, portrayed by Michael Jai White. We all knew him as Spawn. He was in a deleted scene for Kill Bill Volume Number 1. Michael Jai White is a martial artist slash actor, sort of like a Jim Kelly sort of type character, badass fighter. Bronze Tiger, the way he's portrayed in the show, he did a good job. He had like a bronze jacket on. He didn't exactly have a Bronze Tiger hood mask, but he did have the tiger claws, which they look similar to Wolverine's claws, or the claws that Catman uses. If you ever seen Catman in the comic books, they're like claws you can just grip onto. He was a good fighter. From his official origin, if you read it, he's like one of the top 7 best fighters in DC Comics, alongside Bruce Wayne, Lady Shiva. So I think seeing as how Arrow is still relatively green, no pun intended, in his endeavor as being a superhero, I think Bronze Tiger should have taken him out easily. Bronze Tiger did deflect a lot of his arrows. He was a good fighter in the show, but I thought more aggressive Bronze Tiger. I think he should have just decimated Green Arrow in the first meeting, and then probably in a later episode, after Arrow developed his skills more, probably bested him or fight him to a standstill or something like that. We see China White has returned. Her and Bronze Tiger, they were intercepting supplies from FEMA that was going to the slums. China White, yeah, I was about to call her Lady Shiva. They should have just made her Lady Shiva. She comes off too much as Lady Shiva, Kelly Hu. But interesting seeing Michael Jai White in this show. I like how Arrow is incorporating more DC comic book heroes and villains. We saw them do that with Deadshot. We saw the Royal Flush Gang. We saw Malcolm Merlin, and I'm sure we'll see many, many more. Count Vertical. Roy's becoming more active in the show. We can actually see him becoming more of his Arsenal / Red Arrow character. Actually, I think they're probably going to skip ahead and just make him Red Arrow. He probably wouldn't even be Speedy, because it looks like his sister may become Speedy. That's what they call her. But he helps out where he can help out. He's getting more aggressive. He wants to do more. He doesn't want to just sit by the sidelines. So that shows some character development and a really good sidekick. It's good to see that the show can focus on other characters such as Roy Harper, and it's not all about Ali, even though the show focuses on Ali a lot as well. It's his show, but we can branch off and see other characters develop as well. I really like that. Roy's girlfriend, aka Ali's sister, gave him the Buddhist arrowhead that he brought back from the island with him. She gave it to Roy. So it's almost like passing on the tradition of think it said hope or not giving up, something like that. So we're going to see more Red Arrow. Toward the end of the episode, Roy has a confrontation with Ollie, and he tells him that he wants to do more. He wants to help him. Ollie tells him all he's good for is taking the beating. Roy's, stubborn as he is, still wanted to, really, really be active and help protecting the city. So, Arrow hands him a red arrow, and then he takes off. He pulls a Batman stunt. So, we're going to see more Roy Harper coming up. The flashback scenes on the island, where Ollie had his first kill, and you can see he had his first kill protecting the woman he loved. I forgot her name, but it's him and it's Slade. Spoiler alert, in case anyone didn't realize that's Slade with him. He soon become Deathstroke. So I like those scenes because in this whole episode it kind of shows how he coped with death. Maybe that's the way he passed over. He passed the bloodline. Slade is probably, who knows, Slade probably is behind all of it. I wouldn't be surprised. He could be manipulating him and trying to form him into this ultimate killer while all the while pretending to be his friend. Interesting backstory. I don't trust that Slade. I mean, he's Slade. We all know what eventually is going to happen anyway. But Laurel, she's very aggressive this season. She's very cold toward Ollie because she feels that he left Malcolm Merlin to die. She's doing everything in her power to really put him away. She almost seems conflicted with her feelings, but also bound to her convictions as, an attorney. Side note, I didn't do a review for episode 1, but I'm pretty sure that was her as Black Canary. It will have to have been her because in storyline, Laurel is the Black Canary. She had more blonder hair, and I think even lighter blue eyes. But in DC Origin, the original Black Canary, she did wear a wig, she did wear a mask, so she looks more like the mother Black Canary. Now I know because this is a TV show, they're probably playing around with character times and origins and stuff like that. So I feel that she is the Black Canary. We see a little bit more stuff from John Diggles, his bodyguard, and Felicity, his assistant slash. I call her the bootleg Oracle because she pretty much is an Oracle type character in the show. She's becoming more boisterous. She's taking more of a proactive approach to coming up with innovations for him. Side note, later on in the episode, when Ollie shoots Bronze Tiger with an arrow, we see him use an electric detonator. So I think as he becomes less deadly of a vigilante, we're going to see him use more non-lethal trick arrows. I wouldn't be surprised if in later seasons we actually see the boxing glove arrow. And there's this news anchor and this activist who's dead set on making Ollie look really bad. He's saying things like, "Oh, the billionaires down here in the slums trying to help out. Why are you coming to the hospital? You can afford better care." When Arrow was on the last mission, he couldn't show up for the charity event, so he blasted him there. So, as you know, with most of these vigilante type characters, they usually have like a mayor or a TV anchor or some public personality that really is dead set on making them look bad. So this is from the other end. This is from his alternate identity. So now it's like he can't go anywhere. He can't run away from the stuff that Arrow has to deal with while being Oliver. Now Oliver has a whole set of problems to deal with too. Really good episode. As we saw, Ollie went back to Laurel's apartment toward the end, and she don't play. She said he tried some speech about Malcolm Merlin it hurt me too. I cared about him too. She wasn't trying to hear it. She pressed the button, and out comes a bunch of men with guns. She pretty much set him up, or she stung him. Well, she didn't really set him up because he chose to go there, but she probably had an idea that he would show up. A really good show. Good job, DC. DC has been, lacking in the live action realm. Not the animated realm though. Flashpoint, Justice League Doom, Red Hood, and so forth. DC has the best animated movies out there, but they haven't done so well with live action shows since Smallville. So Arrow, I have high hopes for Arrow. If they continue with this type of writing, character interaction, character development, guest stars, and not watering down the characters, Shield, hopefully this show will come to last as long as Smallville did. Thank you for checking out my video. I'm back. You're going to see more random videos from me dealing with all types of subject matter. Arrow, probably some Monday Night Raw reviews, comic book hauls, comic book reviews, and anything else that comes to mind. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit the button below and check out my next video. Peace.